Welcome, Marta, and thank you for joining this interview.
Yes, welcome, and yeah, thank you as well.
I invited you because I invite people who I believe can be inspirational to others, because a lot of women talk to me about this balance, work and the rest of life. And I know that you have a special solution to that than many others might not have, which is not as much about separating them. You're putting them a bit closer together. So I'm curious about that. So if we start with you describing your work and your family situation so everyone can get a context.
Yes, very shortly, I'm a mother of 4 children. We live in the countryside in Estonia. So our home is quite far away from shops and all centers, towns. And I work as a real estate agent. And our children are homeschooled, so they don't go anywhere during the day. And also me and my husband, we work very much from home, and we have a very flexible schedules, both of us. So we kind of combine everything in our daily life without going anywhere every day.
Yeah, so this is what you and I talked about, that maybe it is always a bit of a balance, but for you it's even a bit more integrated because there are a lot of things that are not so separate. So how do you manage this balance or the integration between being a mother and dealing with work as well?
Well, my work is very flexible. So as a real estate agent, I can choose my own schedule and my own working times, and also I have to be flexible for my clients. If somebody wants to see a house, I have to be able to go like almost immediately sometimes, and I think my work also gives a capability to work in small sets of time. So there is a lot of work I can do from computer, and those things usually take like half an hour, 1 hour, maybe 10 minutes. I can write an email or two, or answer a phone call or call somebody. So it's if I'm home alone with my children, they can like take care of each other or like play quietly. I go to another room, I quickly make few phone calls, and I'm back again. Like they don't even notice sometimes that I was away. And also we have a very good working schedule with my husband. So like I give him 2 hours, he gives me 2 hours. He has to work more than I do, so his working times are usually longer. And also I have a friend who comes to help once in a while to play with the children, and I can work or go to meet somebody. So it is very different every day, and also flexible. And at the same time, I can spend a lot more time with my children than working in office like 8 hours a day.
Yeah, and you told me you do work in the office, but just once a week, right? So you have that side as well, which is a good thing for you.
Yeah, yes, it is. It is like this day I can really plan my things that take a lot of time, or also meeting with my colleagues, and then at the same time I can see how this 8 hours at the office isn't always as productive as it might be. It's like still there are some coffee breaks and like just chatting with somebody, and therefore like when I'm at home, I know I have something that I have to do. I just go to other room, I do it very quickly and effectively, and then it's done. And the rest of the time I can be with my children and do the things at home.
Yeah, I think that is a very valid reflection that sometimes we know the more time you have, then you tend to use the time, and we do need coffee breaks, etc. But sometimes when you know, like, you are very flexible both at your work and at home, they're like, okay, I want to do this as quick as possible so I can go back to do that. Then you can make a very efficient small snippets of time. That's interesting way for you to work. Right now you're working and you have your children to take care about, but you have also chosen earlier to be a full-time mother. What did that experience teach you, those years that you spent full-time being a mom?
It has been a very, very uh, good time to learn about myself, about children, about communicating, and it has taught me a lot. I think it's like I appreciate this time very much. We were living abroad with my family at this time, so we didn't have many friends to count on, and I was like at this time like 2 years away from my home country and at home with my children. So I read many parenting books, and I got to know a lot about my own behavior and myself, and also time management as well goes there. As a mother, you have to manage your time, not to let children take it over, and still feel good. I did have those times as well, but to but to have this good feeling when I got everything under control, and after I feel like after going to work from being a mother, um, I realized that all this time that I had been at home with children, I had learned things actually that I can implement in my work as a real estate agent. It's also very much communicating to people. Also, you have to make your own schedule, time management, a lot of skills that you can take from being as a mother and like being a real estate agent or an entrepreneur, because as a mother you have to like solve problems daily. You have like I don't know 10 problems in 1 minute that you have to solve, and also always make those decisions. And as an entrepreneur, it's basically the same. So you can I did learn a lot from being at home with my children.
Yeah, a lot of things you can apply. I think this is a good thing also to remember for all of us, because sometimes it's said that when women take time off to stay with their children, that there's going to be a dip in their career. But society is evolving, and I have colleagues, I live in Sweden then, who say that now if they see in the CV that either if it's a man or a woman that they've been home taking care of kids, they see that as a merit, to see it as something good rather than that it was a time away from work. So I agree, you learn so much being a parent full-time that you can then apply at work. So you chose a real estate agent for your profession. Why did you choose that profession?
Um, well, first of all, we bought our own home, a country house, and it was very inspiring for myself. And I wanted to help other people find their homes, and also find out more about real estate. I'm also interested in investing, so I thought I can get to know much more about this subject in general. And so far I really love it. It has been very interesting. I have found out so much more about real estate, about how everything. It is really a work where you can apply all your skills. Like, there's never enough. You can be very creative and yeah.
Yes, so I guess you're about to answer what I was going to ask. What do you love the most about it? Is that the flexibility, the creativity, helping people find what they really love about a home? Or?
Yes, it is. It is all that, and getting to know many very different people. and to connect with them in the maybe moment of their lives where they are at important change, because people usually, if they are looking for a home or they want to sell their home, it's a very important period in their lives, and like just to be there for them and help them to solve this selling of their home as smoothly as possible. It's very a wonderful thing.
Mm. And then it's maybe like the way you describe it, that you help them through a difficult time. It's much what a parent does with children, that we help them through a lot of things in life. So the reason you and I know each other is because we work together with time management. Why is this holistic time management important? You have mentioned it a bit, but what is it that makes it important in your situation?
Well, it's in my situation, I am totally in charge of my own time. There's like, okay, once in a week I have to be in the office the whole day, but the rest of the week it's like up to me when I do something and what do I do. So it's very important to have some kind of a structure or some principles to make those decisions. And this is what the Time Finder package has helped me think through for myself, and yeah.
Yeah, so that could be maybe one of all the advices that you have about managing your time. Do you have any other advice to working moms or moms who actually want to have, who both want to be really enjoying their time with their kids and have a great career? What advice can you give to them?
I don't know. It's very difficult to give advice to people whose lives are very different from myself. And but if a woman feels like career is something important for her, then I think it is definitely worth to take time and think those things through, and like find a place in your life for a career. And for that, this Time Finder package is a very good thing to start from, because it really helps to reflect on your activities and purpose in life, maybe as well as what you like to do and what you want to do more, what you want to do less, and how to find energy and time for everything.
Yeah, so it's what we now have talked a lot about. It's important that you choose, and you've made a lot of interesting choices, important choices. There are also people who care about real estate. Some people are, they're looking for a home, they want to sell a home, some want to let out a home, some are interested in real estate as an investment, and some are probably interested in a career like yours. Any advice for people who are really interested in real estate?
Well, yeah, real estate is a very wide area, of course, and it would be, if you're interested, it would be very good to get in contact with somebody who is already in this area. So it's like, I'm always here to maybe if somebody wants to call me or talk to me about or ask some questions. My company is Remax, so it's a worldwide company, and I know personally I have participated in conferences where there are people from all over the world. So I have many contacts in different countries. I can maybe advise somebody who to talk to, and yeah, if this is the if this is what interests you, then find out more.
Yeah, great. This is, I think, for some it's really interesting, and then it's very different in different countries how it works. So it's interesting to say that you have contacts a little bit all over the world that can be helpful. And then we will add a link so people can get in touch with you, so they know how. That's perfect. Thank you so much. I think this can be really helpful for many to this, what we have been talking about, to take care of your interests, being a mom, being a carer, taking care of your time and taking care of your career. So thank you so much. This has been helpful.
Yes. Thank you. And I'm very grateful to have this opportunity to participate in this program. Has helped me to think about my life in different ways and make some important decisions. And yeah, thank you.
I'm very happy to hear that. Okay. Bye bye, Marta.
Bye bye.